Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. But tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night, as it'll be the L.A. Chargers taking on the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Herbert on the first play wants to pass it. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker. Now it's Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. This will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, here's Herbert, able to get away. Herbert has it knocked free. Now one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
throw. That is caught. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. Down to the 42, 2nd down. You talk about this Jets defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Jets are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Well, this defense for the Chargers very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. He finds his target, Allen. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, got to love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
They'll run here with Spiller. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2? Maybe even 3 more plays.
One of the tight ends comes in motion. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Again, Spiller. And he is in into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Isaiah Spiller, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Forced out to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Hall in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Third down and 13.
26.
Now Rodgers. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
These two teams all tied after 1. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 there on 4th and inches. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look at each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation. And what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Jets at 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
The tackle by Arik Armstead.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. They run the counter with Cook. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 28. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Over.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Rodgers now on 1st down. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down, Cook gets past 1 man and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the ball. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 16-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Rodgers. That's caught left side by Hardman. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Now it's the Rams' 2nd all-time leading scorer kicking in a Dallas uniform, Greg Zuerlein. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Baylor Tigers. Baylor Tigers.
Up the middle, Nwangu. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Herbert. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 more there and another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Give running right is Spiller. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Hey, Ram.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here we go. 58.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Chargers 7.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A great play by Derek Hall to drop him behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Setting up the screen for Cook. He's got room past the 30. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
But Cook getting the call there on 1st down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, 88. Easy.
Rodgers now to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Derek Hall in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. To throw is Rodgers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. He may go. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A good pick up there at 20 yards. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They try again with Cook. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line. Than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Bryce Hall. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. The Charger drive about to get going. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Well, second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Hardman to return. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Well, I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw a second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Derek Hall in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
For the field goal, a 59-yard attempt.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit. Herbert's throw taken in by Samuel. Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time.
And my goodness, another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 62 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
This one deep for Wilson, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. This is 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This is caught by Williams. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now second down and a few inches. Herbert now. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here it is, 4th and inches. And that's caught by Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they get 4 there on 4th and inches. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Herbert to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the return will stop right around the 25. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Rodgers looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now it's Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Jets first down, and that should just about do it. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And it's a touchdown from the Jets. Garrett Wilson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jets have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught inside the 25. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they hold them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start